All right, we're on to watch this, bitches. A lot of stuff here. It's exciting. I saw John Wick 2 with Mrs. Cheapy this weekend. Did you guys see the first one?
Yes.
No.
What?
I didn't see it.
Why not? You were busy.
I heard that there was a scene with a dog, and then I knew I couldn't watch it
Right.
with Mrs. Shipwreck.
Yeah, it's like the driving force behind the movie, basically.
Right. And so then I just never got around to watching it by myself.
Wombat, did you like the first one?
I did like the first one, yes, very much.
So the second one is exactly like the first one, except with less plot or maybe more plot holes.
Dogs?
Dogs, a new dog. We got a new dog, which is good. But no dog violence. Is it spoiler,
Okay.
maybe?
Okay.
I don't know. No, something that doesn't
Well,
happen. Is
that's
that
the
spoiler?
kind of spoiler I like, because then maybe I could just jump straight to John Wick 2.
Yeah, you would lose absolutely nothing. In fact, I got bored during John Wick 2 because how much, it's all people getting shot in the face and with some grappling and some story, but the story is horrible and everything about not someone not getting punched in the face, shot in the face or grappling is horrible, basically. They just, I don't know. All those scenes are just bad.
You seem to be in a very sharp minority on this John Wick.
I know.
Yeah. Is
But-
that scene that's in the trailer where he's talking to the bartender about guns, is that in the movie?
I haven't seen the trailer, I don't think.
It's basically just really bad dialogue about him wanting something bold, and the bartender
Yes,
hands him a
all the
gun.
dialogue is bad, basically, and the
Ooh,
plot makes no sense.
That was rough.
Yeah, that's probably in there then. But people are going to say, but the action is good. I totally agree. The action is good. I really love action movies where they pull back and they let you see the grappling, see the fighting. A lot of these modern ones, there's like a lot of zooming in and out and quick cuts. This doesn't have that. You can see everything. But I found it really exhausting. Like, how much of that can you really watch? And the answer for me is not as long as this movie is. But I know I'm in the minority on this. It's got like a 90 something on Rotten Tomatoes. But I don't know. I found it boring. So sue me. I don't know what to tell you.
Can I sue you for this? Is this something I can do?
You can complain on Twitter. Is that like a lawsuit?
Hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. Mrs. Cheapy agreed with me, by the way.
Okay.
So I'm not alone. But
I saw something different in the theaters.
what's that?
I saw Resident Evil: The Final Chapter.
Nice.
So yes, people can get upset that I didn't see John Wick, and that I saw the 6th Resident Evil movie, I think is what
Yes.
we're on.
Yep.
Have you seen any of these?
I tried watching one. I don't know which one, but it just seemed so budget that I gave up pretty fast.
There's definitely some budget.
Budgetness.
Wombat, have you seen any of these?
Resident Evil movies?
Yeah.
I saw the first one, and I may have seen
Okay.
parts of like another one, the one where she dresses up like one of the characters in the game. Doesn't that happen at some point? Mila Jovovich almost looks like a character in the game.
Well, I mean, you're talking about Alice?
Yeah.
Alice isn't in the games, is she?
No, she's
I've got
never
this
been in the
weird mixture
games.
Where I've seen all of the movies, but not played all the games.
No,
No?
she has, as far as I know, has never been in the games.
Okay. Because there's definitely characters from the games that are in these.
Yeah.
movies.
Doesn't Jill Valentine show up in? Is that 2 or 3 that she's in?
I cannot keep them straight.
Because I think
no
that's
way.
the other one that
I mean,
I've
Claire
seen. pieces
Redfield's
of.
in there.
Yeah.
You got Wesker.
Yeah, but I saw the first one. Actually, I watched the first one again recently. So, because it was on and I was home.
That's the perfect thing to do with these movies.
Yes, I was on. It was on. I was home. I was the only person in the house, which is the only way I could watch that movie. Because the first one,
you don't want to watch this movie with any other human being.
Because
I watched this in a theater with 2 other people that I did not know.
I can't watch. Well, my kids can't watch the first Resident Evil movie.
I mean, how much do they like nightmares?
Yeah, exactly.
I find this something is enjoyably watchable about these Resident Evil movies. It feels like the people who are making them like care about putting out a quality movie on budget. Like there's definitely budget constraints.
But sometimes that's the challenge. That challenge in itself does lead to entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
So I get that.
It very much also feels like you could only watch if you've only seen the first movie. This one could be like a sequel to it. Like you could completely skip all the movies in between and go straight to this one and be completely up to speed and get a lot of the callback stuff as well. There's definitely some ATSTs it's going on in this. So
nice.
I don't know. I had a free ticket because I bought one of the other movies on Blu-ray recently because it was cheaper than buying a movie ticket.
Nice. Working the system.
Right.
Well, when you guys got to watch John Wick 2 so we can have a spoilerific discussion about it.
Can we talk about Legion now?
Yeah. I just wanted to make fun of like the horrible plot holes. Yeah, Legion is awesome.
Legion is great. Because that's good. Let's talk about something that we enjoyed.
Yes.
I thoroughly enjoyed that
movie. I enjoyed it.
Oh, you watched it?
No, I watched the Resident Evil movie. You said let's talk about something we enjoyed.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you watched Legion.
I enjoyed that.
I was almost surprised.
I
haven't watched Legion yet. Would I hate this or like this? Tell me about Legion.
Ooh, I don't know. I honestly couldn't tell you. It's
too trippy for you. Too trippy for Ship, I feel.
You didn't see the Doctor Strange movie yet, have you?
I did.
Me? Yeah.
Oh, did you like Doctor Strange?
Yeah, I love Doctor Strange.
Then you might like Legion. Or have you ever watched The Prisoner? The 1960s TV show The Prisoner?
No.
Okay.
I've seen Andy Griffith.
The Prisoner is a very good. I love that show. But anyway,
what about Happy Days?
It does. Well, it does have some scenes that take place that might be the 70s. So yeah, Happy Days could work. Legion is really good. It's very different from a lot of other TV shows about comic book characters. That's for sure. It's very well shot.
It's shot like a movie.
Yeah, it's a movie quality TV show. And the pilot episode is also really long. It's about an hour and a half. So it almost feels like a movie in itself. I just, my only concern is that the pilot was so good, but it also feels very contained that I'm very curious to see where they go from here. Like if they can actually make a series that's as good as that single episode.
Yeah. How about Dan Stevens, who as the main guy, as the main crazy guy?
He's very good.
I was so mad at him when he left Downton Abbey.
Who's Dan Stevens?
He was the guy from Downton Abbey. He played like the love interest of one of the main characters, and he wanted to he was on the show for maybe 3 or 4 seasons. And he decided he had enough and wanted to do movies or something, or just basically, I guess, anything but that show.
He looks like PewDiePie.
Well, on this, it depends what you're looking at. If you're looking at Dan Stevens from Downton Abbey or Dan Stevens from Legion, because they look like 2 different people, and I didn't even
Or
recognize
Dan
them.
Stevens in Beauty and the Beast that comes out soon.
Right. Yeah. Anyway, he was really good in Legion, and
yes,
I enjoyed his performance a lot.
Yeah, he's great in the show. It's all around. It's a very good show. It's just, again, I'm concerned on them being able to maintain that. Like, it feels like it should be like a more of a mini series than a series.
Right. Because how can they keep up this type of quality? Basically,
yeah,
it looks too expensive. Like, how could they keep it up?
They are the rumors of a New Mutants TV series and what they're doing with that. And I mean, if you're asking me, what I would do is they should maybe just have Legion build to a New Mutants TV series and kind of connect the two, because then you're not forced to maybe water down this good story arc and just move into the next one that may not necessarily have to connect. But what do I know? I'm not the showrunner on this. So
you're not?
No.
Thanks for the
No.
Dan Stevens link, by the way. What's
I don't
happening?
need to see pictures of him.
What are you doing? Oh, you're putting up PewDiePie comparisons. I know what PewDiePie looks like. How could you not? I mean, there's been like 5,000 stories about him this week.
Yes.
It's the same dude. Are we sure that he just didn't like bail to go do this acting thing?
He's not that smart, or maybe he is. I don't know.
Wow.
Look at those two pictures. Go back and forth on those two pictures.
I know, I did.
I don't want to.
You're not wrong. Wow.
I think Dan Stevens is a little bit better looking. And by a little bit, I mean a lot of it.
It's practically the same dude.
You can scroll through these various pictures of these two guys.
I don't know. I
and
think
find...
maybe you two might have that disease where everyone looks the same.
you could put these guys like on a like if you just put a bunch of these pictures like one after another.
Now, if you told me that like Dan Stevens was PewDiePie's handsome brother, then I would be like, sure, I could see the resemblance. But to say that they look the same is insanity.
Just find a good picture of Dan Stevens and tweet it out with a story about PewDiePie and see if anybody notices. I'm guessing no.
Right. Oh, amazing.
Yeah, that's pretty good. We're giving you all the big stories here on the CAGCast. I also saw Justice League Dark, which is...
How is that?
It's okay. It's not as, they've made so many good ones, but the last few have just been
I was going to say, it feels like it's been a while. Kind of like Valve, where they don't make AAA games anymore.
No, not like that at all. You got Batman in here. It's basically Constantine is the main character in the movie, and it's basically mostly magic stuff happening, and Batman's out of his element, and they're fighting.
Wasn't that Keanu Reeves as well?
Yes, it was. Okay. They fight they're fighting demons and stuff, and there's a poop monster in it. So I really enjoyed the poop monster. I think our fans would enjoy it. That scene alone might be worth it for some people. It wasn't bad. It just, I don't know. It didn't have a great story like some of the other movies.
They really didn't flesh out the poop monster?
No,
you mean
wasn't a main
flush
character.
out the poop monster?
Swamp Thing is in it.
Speaking of poop, I like Swamp Thing. That's good. That's a good movie too. Swamp Thing.
A good movie?
Yes, the first one, John Carpenter's Swamp Thing. Yes.
Oh, that one. What about the other one?
Second one, Swamp Thing 2, Return of the Swamp Thing. I like Return of the Swamp Thing. I'm not saying it's good. I'm saying I like Return of the Swamp Thing.
Yeah.
It's two different statements.
Also, Ty decided that he wanted to watch The Simpsons with me.
Okay.
So we started watching
episode 1.
What's that?
Started episode 1.
Right. So I haven't watched this. I've watched a lot of Simpsons over the years. All of them up to a certain year. I just don't remember what year. But so episode 1 is the Santa's Little Helper episode.
Yeah, it's not the best.
It's pretty depressing.
Uh-huh.
Right. Yeah.
It's super. In fact, the first 3 episodes.
It doesn't really get funny and, funny like you remember it until, really season 2. And even then doesn't get great. It's not like a next level amazing until really season 4.
Yeah. So we may have to skip ahead because Ty was like on the verge of tears. Literally the first 3 episodes are all depressing. It's all something like...
that's what it was originally. Like, if you look at the Tracy Ullman skits.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And no one really wants to see Dr. Marvin Monroe.
That one I consider one of the more uplifting ones.
That's one of the better ones, I know, where they electroshock each other. Yep.
But it's super depressing. It's also super... But at least they get money at the end. They made some money.
Isn't Bleeding Gums Murphy season 1?
Yeah, that's the next episode. That's episode after 5, I believe.
And then is it Mr. Bergstrom after that?
That I don't know.
Okay.
But if you have FX, they have a whole app that just handles that shit.
I let Elliot watch he's watched the Monorail episode with me, and he's watched the Coyote episode with me.
Yeah, we may need to skip ahead because
you don't. There's not really continuity. There is character development in The Simpsons,
right,
that happens over time, but I don't necessarily think Ty would be missing out by
no.
Gradually understanding the growth of the relationship bond between Bart and Homer and how it reflects the social norms between fathers and sons from the early 1990s through the late 2000s. I don't think he needs to know that yet.
It is interesting to see how it changes.
Oh yeah, no, it's incredibly interesting to see how it changes, how they go from, disdain and hatred to this sort of like to a legitimate bond where they thoroughly enjoy each other's company, which is
Well, Homer is really mean in the beginning.
Yeah, and it's
just like a mean. He's flashes of like okayness, but mean, mostly mean. Yeah. So eventually he just becomes a total goofball.
Yeah, he becomes a goofball. He becomes someone who plays, who wants to spend time with his son.
Right.
Yeah. Even if it's misguided. A good episode. The Soapbox Derby episode is a good example of that.
Mm-hmm. Long live Simpsons. Although I haven't watched it in so long.
Yeah.